going to be episode 31, Lou. Thanks for asking at the top of the show. How are you doing?
Fine.
Okay. All right.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
I started it. Remember when I said 5, 4?
You just waited so long in between.
I didn't wait. You just started talking.
And you counted us in like a show or something.
I always count us in Wayne's World style.
Like we're going in live.
Let's do it live.
So remember a couple of days ago when we had that like little run-in with our neighbor, or I guess assume our neighbor?
Oh, the one that said,
yeah. So
real neighborly.
There we were minding our own business.
Yeah.
Just taking a little walk like we do a couple times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like halfway home halfway on the way back home.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause we walk all the way to the other end of the neighborhood and then we turn around and walk back the same way. So that it's like a double.
Mm-hmm. So we did the loop of our street and then we went down some other street and then we came back.
Yep.
And we're like almost home. And then we see it coming. And so we do what we normally do. We just kind of put our heads down and we move over to the side when someone's coming. Well, we heard someone coming. And so we moved and did our thing.
I always put my head down because look, if you're a stranger, I don't want to talk to you. and I'll say it, if you are a white stranger in the South, I'm kind of scared of you right now.
Yeah,
and I don't want to talk to you if I don't know you.
Yeah. And we'll have proof as to why.
Yeah.
So here comes this 1991 golf cart, okay, through the neighborhood.
Right.
And all I know is that it looks like a woman and a kid. And so I just, do what I just put my head down and I keep walking.
Patrolling. They're patrolling the neighborhood like they own it or something.
I don't know why. And I don't know, but all of a sudden it passes us and then you can hear her go, wow. And then she yells, real neighborly. And we're like, we looked at each other and we're both at the same time. We're like, what the fuck?
I don't want to diminish actual insane behavior, but that felt in the moment really psychotic.
Yeah, because I guess apparently she might have waved or something, but she didn't say anything. She just...
We have never, whoever it is, I've still never seen them. I've never talked to them.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody in this neighborhood except for we have one neighbor down the street, the older black couple who we talk to. Mm-hmm. But I don't know anybody else in this neighborhood. I'm not going to talk to anybody else in this neighborhood because there's a pandemic.
Yeah.
And everyone's a stranger. Mm-hmm. And people in the South just don't get that there's a pandemic.
Yeah.
And that they should keep their distance, right? And so I'm just minding my own business, trying to have a nice time with you, trying to have a nice walk.
A relaxing walk.
For my health, mental and physical, and for yours. And I don't need to deal with crazy people yelling at us because why?
We didn't wave back.
How did she not know we weren't deaf or blind?
Or having the worst day of our whole lives or breaking up or like whatever it is. Like, why do we have to wave?
We don't. We don't have to wave. Fuck that lady.
And then she went like
or man or whoever it was. I don't.
She went like all crazy. It was weird.
She went off. It was really terrible, and it was a bad experience.
Yeah, and it felt yucky, like in the bottom of my stomach, like all day long about it. And I
didn't want to go for our second walk because of it.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be fucking confronted by some asshole who thinks they own the neighborhood or something.
It's really weird.
What are you even doing driving around the neighborhood in a golf cart looking at your neighbor's houses anyways?
Yeah. And
what is the caucasity of that? Get the fuck out of my neighborhood. Jesus Christ.
And then like there was obviously a kid next to her. Like, what a great example of setting.
Was there a kid? You saw the person?
Well, from far away.
Oh.
But then I just decided, I'll just mind my own business like a good neighbor.
Right.
And
like a good neighbor, stay over there.
Yeah. And I'll just do my duty and continue walking because, I'm allowed. Mm-hmm. And so then a few days later, it proves our point. So a few days later, we go grocery shopping and we're driving down the road and then we get past the little construction thing and we get behind this big old truck that's it's proof of this is why we do what we do.
Oh,
it's
the truck.
Jacked all up.
Yeah.
And it's got these huge 10-inch or
Stacks.
more
Yep.
smokestacks in the back of the bed of the truck.
Tell me how, first of all, let's derail a little
Okay,
bit. You tell me how a Ford F-150 is even capable of rerouting its exhaust right behind the bed of the truck
I don't know. But
into giant smokestacks. And how are those smokestacks in any way improving?
functional. I don't know.
They're just for show. And they looked stupid.
Yeah. So he's got these 2 huge smokestacks out the back of the truck.
Yeah.
And then purposeful, I don't know, decals. They're decals.
Of course, they're purposeful.
Okay.
You have to stick them on there.
Yes.
The truck didn't come with these stickers.
I'm saying he didn't write it on there.
Oh.
So it's decals, and
Yeah.
it's got 2 arrows pointing to the smokestacks.
Right.
And it says
Corona repellent.
Corona repellent.
Right.
Okay. And that I get it. I don't like the pandemic either. I don't like COVID either. So that I can go, that's kind of, but no, it gets worse. So then in the little bit of the corner of the back of the windshield, it has, again, decals, store made decals. It says, fuck you and your mask. And the kicker is it's got a decal of a mask. Like, it's like,
Well, the kicker is
my
they
God.
spelt your
apostrophe R-E.
right. Fuck you and you are mask.
This is exactly why
We don't talk to people.
Don't talk to people, and we just put our head down.
Yeah.
And we're nice and cordial to, like, you know, cashiers and whatever, essential worker people.
Of course.
But like, just I don't get it.
I don't want to talk. I do
This
not
is why,
want to
though.
talk
This
to
is
strangers.
evidence.
I don't want to talk to strangers. And you can't know in this town, you can't know where we live. You cannot know if somebody is reasonable and willing to do their civic duty to try to help, you know, prevent further spread of this pandemic.
Yeah.
Or if they're one of those people who go to Costco, refuse to wear their mask, and then make a big show like they're doing something. Mm-hmm. Like they're some sort of like courageous patriot because
Yeah.
they're standing up against the oppression that they're feeling currently. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off. That's what I say to those people because I don't want. We've had 2 encounters with the same guy
Yeah.
at a Target locally who doesn't wear a mask, and when we see him, we stop in our tracks and we let him go. But every single time he laughs at us like we're like sheep in his eyes or something
Yeah.
for falling for the pandemic hoax. Like again, fuck off.
Right.
But what am I gonna do in a pandemic?
Nothing.
Start a fight with somebody
No.
because they're being an asshole?
That's the last thing we do.
No.
And then
I don't want their germs on my fists.
yeah, and we've had a couple other encounters with just people not wearing their mask properly or not wearing one at all, and then
Yeah, it doesn't go on your chin.
yeah,
Also, if your nose isn't covered, it's not doing anything
it's not, it anyways.
for anybody, for you or anybody else.
Yeah. So I mean, no one is out there being their best right now.
Also, guy at the Whole Foods this last weekend who pulled his mask down to cough. Come on, bud. Come on.
Yes. So
Come on.
you know, we're from America, and we don't like talking to people who are crazy.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to talk to anybody who does weird stuff.
And
It doesn't have anything to do with being from America. If we were from
I get no, I know, but it's just like
Scotland, I'd still not want to talk to anybody.
no, I would talk to people from there because they'd be normal.
No, they 100% guarantee that Scotland has people just like we've got here. Every state we've ever lived in, regardless of how progressive that state was, had people like that that were just total buttheads, right?
Buttheads.
I mean, even when we lived in Portland, we had run-ins with, you know, neo-Nazis and stuff,
Oh, I guess that's true.
right?
Yeah.
And Idaho had that, and Seattle has that. You can't escape ignorance. You can't escape
I know.
idiots, right? So the best thing that you do, we just happen to have more here. The best thing to do is to just ignore people, right? If I want to be friends with you, I'll initiate.
Yeah. I guess. I just
We
want to.
sound really like,
We're old.
yeah, get off my lawn.
Well, it's just one of those things. Like, if you're not directly living next to us, then,
Yeah, if you're not my next door neighbor,
I don't
you're
have
not
to
my
wave.
neighbor.
One, as a human being, I don't have to wave at you. And
No.
two, if I'm not looking and you wave, oh, I'm sorry.
I think it's
You know what I
different.
mean? It's
I think
ridiculous.
it's different if you know the person or if you've met them before. Like, yeah, sure. Friendly, hey, neighbor, right? But if you've never met somebody before and they are a complete stranger to you and they are in your neighborhood on a golf cart patrolling,
Yeah.
why would you engage with that person?
Yeah. And
They're obviously looking for a reason to like turn us into the HOA police or whatever.
yeah. And if she's going to react like that, I'm not going to say one word ever again.
If she's going to react to a couple of people with their heads down, not, I guess, properly greeting her, then how's she going to react in a real situation with real stakes?
Yeah, it's just scary that
Get
that's
outta
how they
here.
react.
Get out of here.
Anyways, it was still kind of,
of here, lady. Get off my damn lawn.
it was just kind of weird. So I
Oh,
felt
speaking
like,
of lawns, somebody did turn us into the HOA. We have
I'm so
extra
proud.
weeds this year because there's been extra stormy.
Mm-hmm.
And so we let the weeds go for a little bit and called somebody out to do weed control so that they could see where to go.
And it rains for 2 days.
Yeah, it gets
And
sopping
then
wet.
it's soggy out there. I can't mow.
Right.
So then I have to wait another couple of days on good days, which we haven't had those for a while.
So we get a letter that says, and it's so passive aggressive.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's lovely.
hey, maybe you know this or maybe you do not, but there are covenants at this HOA and you will follow them. And if you don't, I'm going to send you a lot of letters. Send them.
It's funny. I think it's funny.
Well, you got the lawn, you got the lawn mowed anyways.
Yeah,
You do that because you like driving the tractor around.
And you have terrible allergies.
I
So
do have really bad grass.
I'm not going to make you
allergies.
go out there and do it.
But admit that you like the tractor.
I like the tractor.
you like
but
driving
at the
tractor.
same time,
I saw you driving the tractor the other day and I was like, damn, that is a sexy tractor.
I don't, it's fun. I like it.
Yeah. I don't like the HOA.
No, and you know what? It's all scare tactics anyway, so I don't take it too seriously, but come on, calm down.
I know the thread's like, if you do not mow the lawn within 7 days of receipt of this letter, how do you know when I got it? How do you even know when I got it?
It wasn't, we didn't sign for it.
Yeah. If you don't do it within 7 days, you will be sent further violation letters. Ooh.
Oh my.
What are you talking about? Why didn't you just come? If you got a problem with what's going on, come by my house
And see what's going on.
and see what's going on.
I mean,
instead of like
again,
so many things could be
Exactly.
the cause of our yard being a little overgrown,
Exactly.
especially when this is the first time in 2 years that you've had this problem with
Right.
us.
My point is
Yeah.
that you don't know
I'm really
someone's
venting right now.
It's because you don't know what someone else's story is.
You don't know what they're going through.
You can't just assume
Yeah.
that they're, want to talk to you. One, two, aren't just having like the worst time possible,
Yeah.
or three, even have gas for their lawnmower. Like give people a break.
Or maybe they're just waiting for the weed guy to finish and then
Yeah.
the rain to subside.
Right. Like
It's
it could be
just
anything. Like just mind your own business and try to be kind. I mean, and we know that someone turned us in because this letter came from Mississippi.
Yeah.
Someone doesn't even live here.
The person who manages the HOA lives in Mississippi.
So I mean, it's like
Here's if the letter had come
just
and
stay out of
said,
people's businesses.
if the letter had come and said, hey, we noticed that your yard is getting a little overgrown. It's part of our covenants that everybody maintains their yard. Do you have a plan of action for getting it done? Is there
Yeah.
anything wrong? Is there anything we can do to help?
Right.
But it wasn't. It was just
It was
straight to
not,
like,
yeah.
you're busted and
Violation letters.
we're going to bust you even more with more demerits.
It's just dumb. And so that's why I laughed because I was very proud that I
Shove
got
your
one.
demerits up your ass, Sister Mary Catherine.
Hey, I got too many demerits one time as a kid.
Yeah.
And you better believe, Mr. and Mrs., they signed that piece of paper that let me get spanked
Oh, no.
if I got too many.
Capital punishment was still a thing when we were kids.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And like it was,
Or no, it's corporal punishment.
It can't, whatever. It felt.
You may kill my daughter if she's.
Oh, I'm sure they would have signed that paper
boy.
too.
That's
but
terrible.
it was like oh my goodness. Well, it wasn't like a cricket bat, but it was like almost like those things that you take pizza out of.
Well, no,
the oven.
It's your old standard fraternity paddle.
Okay. Well, it had holes in it.
Yeah.
And she walloped me twice.
It's to reduce the friction and drag of the air while they swing it through the air.
Oh my Lord.
So they can hit you harder.
Yeah. And that wasn't my first spanking, like obviously.
Right.
It wasn't my first time, so I didn't cry. And I was like, okay, cool, thanks, Mrs. McBride. And I just kept going. And they were like, oh my God, you are so disrespectful.
I just don't understand.
I was proud of myself.
I don't understand any kind of punishment that involves harm. I don't understand capital punishment. I don't understand corporal punishment. I don't understand allowing.
It didn't stop me at all from doing what I was doing.
No, it doesn't. It does not deter behavior. Mm-mm. In fact, there's probably studies that prove that it makes things worse for the child.
Mm-hmm.
But hitting, I was spanked growing up. You were obviously spanked and hit growing up. We don't do that to our children because we chose not to.
We did not choose violence.
Right. We chose not to choose violence. And our kids have turned out pretty damn well.
They're good people. They don't do drugs.
No.
They swear like sailors, but...
Well, that's because we swear like sailors.
They don't do drugs. They don't do crimes.
Yeah.
They do lots of art, and they're funny and kind.
Yeah.
Like they give a crap.
I'm super proud of who they've become.
Heck yeah. And
I think one time when Liam was younger, he was like mouthing off to you or me or something, and I gave him a little pop in the mouth. Just not hard, not a slap, just like a, hey, what do you don't? And the look on his face, I was like, oh, no. We can't do this. We can't continue this cycle. Right.
Yep.
And never again, never hit one of our kids again. Sometimes I go, do you want me to take you to the police?
Okay. I don't condone this at all. I'd make you stop immediately when I hear it, because when I was 5, Mr. and Mrs. put me in the truck and said, we're taking you to the police. We cannot have you anymore.
I know, but I don't do it like that.
You know what?
That's not how I do it.
That was not fun. I was sobbing and crying, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, the hit singer Eddie Rabbitt's gonna come take me away from you. I was 5. Bro.
I never let it get that far.
It was awful. I will no.
And it's never like, I'm going to take you to the police. It's always like, did you want to go to the jail? Like, it's just it's a very reasonable question. Because what you're doing right now is illegal behavior in this household.
So silly.
It is dumb. Yeah.
But people, be kind. Like, come on.
Just be nice to people. Yeah.
You don't know at all what's going through their heads.
And I know that sounds, I guess, like kind of...
What?
It sounds kind of backwards since we chose to not be nice to that lady in the go-kart.
Okay, it's not like I flipped her off as she drove by.
That's true. We
didn't say a word to her after she made her rude outburst.
That's true. We were just minding our own business, but I mean, we could have chose to just wave and been done with it.
Sure, but I don't know her. I'm not going to...
Yeah, that's right.
Put myself...
Fuck strangers.
I don't owe anybody my kindness.
No, especially not a stranger, right?
I don't have to go out of my way to show people that I'm friendly and neighborly. But, what she did after proved my point.
Yeah.
If she's going to act, I don't want to condone this crazy ass behavior.
Yeah.
And, I've had too many people around us be crazy, and I'm not going to accept it anymore. I don't have to wave to people.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
I'm going to be weird and safe, and that's how I'm going to be. Also, we were not having the greatest day anyways.
We weren't?
No, we were talking about something serious, and we were just minding our own business.
That happens on our walk sometimes.
Yeah, and we were trying to decompress because we have craziness going on under this roof, and we didn't choose to be rude to her. We just didn't wave back. Oh no, that's not being rude.
We just chose to mind our own business.
Exactly.
Anywho, do you have a quote for us this week? We kind of went on a tangent there.
Yeah. I do not have a quote this week.
I have a quote.
Okay, you say the quote.
Hey, neighbor, fuck off. Not all neighbors. Just the ones who think they're entitled to my friendship.
Oh, boy, howdy.
Who think they're entitled to my undivided attention.
Yeah,
while I'm doing something for me.
I guess. I guess. Are we the assholes then? I mean,
I don't know. Maybe we might be the assholes. We might be the assholes in that situation, but
we should ask.
But we may have started the assholes in that situation, but we did not end the assholes in that situation. She did.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're conditioned for a while to go, I'm not trusting that person or these people around here. Yeah. And then she proves my point by freaking out like a weirdo.
Yeah.
And then a couple days later, we see that on that guy's truck. I'm like, of course, that's not going to be a thing.
All right. Let me get us a real quote here.
Okay.
Just give me a half a second, man. Oh, yeah. What's our commercial?
Does your dog lay by the door and chew on its bone really loudly for all to hear?
Yes. I sure wish I could get my dog to stop chewing its bone so loudly.
Well, but do I have the product for you? It's called Bone Away.
That doesn't sound like a dog product.
Trust me, it is. And it's eco-friendly. And it's where you take the bone away from the dog.
Oh.
And then it's quiet for a while.
And that's good for the environment?
It is. And it's good for the children as well.
Wow. Huh. I think I'm going to try Bone Away.
Try it today. This is an actual method.
Bone Away might cause your dog to growl. Okay. Nothing means anything. Kurt Vonnegut, 1970. That's how I'm feeling this week.
Oh, nothing means anything.
Yeah. I'm not in a good mood.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into the topic of the week, the thing of the week.
All right.
The number one thing that we'll talk about this week. It might be short, right?
Yeah, it's probably pretty short.
Okay, that's okay because we talked a lot in the beginning.
Okay, so yeah, sorry. I just don't know because, you just never know how other people feel about the same topic that you're talking about or thinking about.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
It felt like the thing to do at the time. Maybe I don't know.
You're reconsidering now?
Only because of the way it sounds, but I would do it again. Like I just would keep my head down and mind my own business.
I think if there wasn't a pandemic, I probably would wave. But because of the pandemic, I'm just like, I'm steering clear. I'm steering clear of strangers because time and time again, strangers around here have proven they don't give a shit and they come right up on you.
That's what I'm feeling too. That's what I'm feeling
they come right up on you, start like getting in your face. And I'm like, dude, if you're not going to wear the mask, at least do the 6 feet thing.
Right.
At least do the 6 feet thing.
I don't know. It was just, there was a whole lot of assuming going on on both parts, I guess. But then she just proved my point why I don't want to talk to anybody.
Well, we didn't assume anything. We just assumed the position of like minding our own business, which is what you should be doing.
I assumed she was cray cray and I was right.
Like they tell you to not talk to strangers. And I don't see why I can't see a single reason that does not continue to apply for the rest of eternity.
Like you have to talk to strangers somehow.
No, you only need to talk to strangers if you are involved in something together that you both have a mutual interest in. So work, ordering food, going to the grocery store, but just some random person driving around a golf cart in your neighborhood is not someone you owe anything to.
Right. And that's my point, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the topic of the week.
All right. So if I say the words expiration date to you, what do you immediately think of?
Diarrhea.
Okay. But what if I told you that was all BS?
Oh, yeah. I saw that too. Yeah, I agree. And I think that that's right. I think it is BS. But at the same time, I'm still a little paranoid about getting sick from food.
Yeah.
Because that's just like the biggest betrayal ever, right? Because you can't you have to eat, right? Most of the time. And so if you're eating something, and especially happens a lot with like, store-bought lettuces and mixes and stuff, is that, it might get salmonella or something. And then you eat some bad lettuce or some moldy bread accidentally.
Yeah.
And then what do you got? Right. Yeah. You got diarrhea.
Right. Well, in 2015, I think, I was like, ooh, plums. And I bought a bunch of plums.
Oh, no.
And then I took them home and I ate like 4 of them that day. And then like
4 plums?
A couple days later, we got an email from Kroger saying the plums that you purchased could possibly have salmonella. I didn't get any kind of salmonella from it. So, and I ate 4 of them. So, I mean,
so you were all right.
I mean, yeah. So
anytime I get diarrhea,
I don't believe it. It's just we have so many now in the United States. The expires by and then a date, or best by and then a date,
right? Sell
and then
by,
best before, sell by, use by, and it's become so ingrained in our brains that we have to use it by this day, otherwise we'll throw it away,
right?
And it causes so much waste and unnecessary food throwaway that like, what is the truth of it all? And the truth of it all is it's nonsense. It's all about consumerism, and that's when it's at its peak. And then after that day, then it could be not as good, or it could be not as fresh, but they don't tell you that. It's a whole nother system that it's bullshit.
Well, I think that it works though, because I am considered by many people a fairly intelligent and reasonable person. And I'm like, oh man, this says the 14th and today is the 14th. We probably shouldn't. And then you're like, smell it. And I'm like, it smells like the thing it's supposed to smell like, but it is the 14th.
And also, when did I become the smeller of the family? I have the most sensitive sense of smell since being pregnant 4 times. And I can smell BO from like a mile away, and somebody's like, here, smell this. Is this fresh? And you're like, come on. When did I become that person?
I do, because I don't trust my own. Like, I'll smell something and go, that doesn't smell like I think it should smell. What do you think about these beans? It becomes more consuming the more like you go grocery shopping or whatever. Because now I go, what's the dates on that? Like, I just become this creepy person. Yeah. And I'm like, wait, all of these are expired. Why are they still on the shelves? Oh yeah, we ran across those peanut butters.
What the heck?
But here's the thing: if it's on the shelf, you can't smell it, right? Right. So I don't want to buy anything at the store that's at its expiration date, even if it's not true.
Why do you think smell is the key? That's what I'm saying.
Well, because I think you can. Because I think you can smell if something's gone bad, if it's turned.
Well, okay, all right.
If something is starting to mold or rot, or just generally curdle or any other thing that could happen, sour, then it's going to smell different than it should.
Yeah.
And I don't want to taste it, because the taste test, while it would prove positive, it would also potentially cause diarrhea.
But I have run into the situation, and we don't do dairy, but non-dairy cheese, and you have to be very careful about the expiration date on it, because I don't want to buy something that's already expired. Yeah. And you have to be careful, because not a whole lot of those kinds of things get like, refreshed at the store. But there's times where the expiration date is fine, and then you get some kind of mold or whatever on the cheeses or whatever it is. And you go, but the expiration date is fine. Right. What the heck happened there? So you still can't trust it.
Oh, yeah, because you had that cream cheese debacle, right? The vegan cream cheese was all crumbly. Yeah,
the tofutti cream cheese was not good. But then the expiration date said best by like 2022, and it's nowhere near 2022.
Yeah.
So how can I really honestly trust a system?
I don't think you can trust the system. All I'm saying is that if it's at the store, the date is a helpful thing, right? Because
Yeah.
the closer you are to the date, then the more likely it could be bad.
It just makes it so like clouded up with all these different kinds of ways to say the same thing on purpose to like what? Freak people out.
No, it's psychology, and it's definitely used to trick people into wasting food so they buy more. But we're not wasting the food. I get anxious about close expiration dates, but we still are reasonable about it, and we smell it, and
I smell it.
I don't understand why you think the smelling thing doesn't work.
I'm not saying it doesn't work.
Well, you keep laughing every time I say it.
because it's so often in my face.
Oh,
It's just often, that's all. So it's very funny
it
to me
is
now.
literally every day.
It's like, does this smell okay?
How long have these beans been sitting in the kitchen, in the refrigerator? This is part of the problem, is that I can't actually trust you to tell me the truth, because I'll be like, how long has that been in there? And you'd be like, I made it yesterday. And I'm like, I witnessed you make it 4 days ago.
Then why are you asking me
Because when you made it doesn't count when it's actually got into the refrigerator. Because sometimes you just leave it out on the counter too.
No.
So for maybe 2 days on the counter.
That makes me sound crazy. No, I do not. That is not the case.
It's not about being crazy. It's about, I'm making this thing, and then, oh, okay, hold on, Fred, I'll come and help you with your thing. And then just you forget that you'd left it on the counter.
Okay, so
It's not about craziness. It's about distraction by a 5-year-old.
Okay, but not for days. Come on now.
No, not for days. No.
Anyways,
But there's no way for me to know.
then there are people, and I've seen documentaries where people go dumpster diving, and like grocery stores will throw these massive amounts of things away, and it's illegal to take them. Like cops will sit on those dumpsters and make sure that nobody takes anything out of the dumpsters.
It's so weird to me that it's illegal.
It's very, very odd and rude almost.
Like, first of all, I don't want somebody going through our trash personally, but we're also not throwing away perfectly edible foods, right?
Yeah.
But if a grocery store, which is a public store, is throwing out food that somebody else could use, why can't they just have that food?
Right. And I guess if someone does get sick from that, they can't then.
Well, that might be it. We have a very litigious country.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, if somebody would to dig some food out of your garbage can, eat it, and get sick from it, they could sue you.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it is, but it's a fact, and I think that's why a lot of shit in this country is so fucked, is because it's so easy to sue people.
Yeah.
Now, suing somebody doesn't mean you're going to win or they're going to lose or anything, but
it's an
just
annoyance.
the fact that you can do that.
Yeah.
Over something that you did, right? Like I've heard horror stories about people breaking into other people's houses and getting injured while breaking in.
And it's on the homeowner.
And then the homeowner is sued for, assault or battery or like
just personal injury.
Yeah. I'm like,
Gosh.
fuck me.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
If you break into somebody's house, I think the second that you've broken in, your civil rights are suspended.
Yeah, that's on you, dude.
Until after you leave the home.
That should be on you.
Or arrested.
Yeah. All right. So there are other things that I think have expiration dates. Like in fashion, I think those short little bangs, the teeny tiny, like 1 or 2 inch bangs.
What are those called? Do they have a name?
I just call them little bangs. No, those have expired. Stop doing them. Right.
Those ones are really hard for me because I just don't think they ever work.
Even the most beautiful people on the planet can't pull them off.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody with the short bangs and went, "Oh yeah, okay." I get why they are doing that. That works for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen even who's from Paramore, Haley.
Yeah. Haley, the lead singer of Paramore. Yeah.
She did short bangs for a while and she's adorable.
Yes.
But it didn't look good.
No. Courtney Cox has done them. Sarah Michelle Gellar has done that. None of it.
I think it was a thing that I feel like it was a trend that some hairstylist tried to make happen by having like
Ouch.
really super famous people do it. Like the Rachel, right? Like so many people were like, oh, I got to
Yeah.
get the Rachel haircut from Friends. Dumb. But maybe that's what they were doing there too, is
Maybe.
like, maybe the bangs is the new thing. First of all, regular bangs, I think, almost never look good. Very few people can pull off regular bangs.
Oh, even regular bangs.
Right. I mean, regular bangs make you look way younger than you are.
I think that's why people do it, because your forehead your forehead
Yeah.
has wrinkles, right? Or you get,
I guess, but I mean, it
can
doesn't
show
make
your
you,
age.
it doesn't make you look younger physically. It just makes you look immature.
because that explains why one time, I think 1996, and I'm like, I should get bangs, and you're like, no, you shouldn't.
I'm not a fan of bangs at all. But if you go, hey, how about extreme bangs? Like the ones that you cut so that it looks like you're angry all the time, or the ones where you do like a jagged cut. Experiment with your hair. It's your hair. I'm not going to make fun of you to your face. I'm not going to ever say anything to you. You'll never know that I don't like your hair if you have a hairstyle that I don't like.
Right.
I learned my lesson on that. I don't do that. I don't tell people bad hair stories anymore. But I don't think bangs look good.
Yeah.
Like they just don't. There's maybe like two people. Maybe Jennifer Garner can pull off bangs. I think you have to have a specific face. Like you have to have like a real angular jawline or something.
Yeah.
To make bangs work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even on dudes, I think bangs they just don't look right.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
you don't call them bangs on a dude because the rest of their hair is usually the same length, but
Right.
it's still bangs, right?
Yeah. You get like a bowl cut, and they have bangs.
You still got bangs. Bangs are hard, but the short bangs for sure expire.
Yeah. And wearing fur, that's expired. The chunky square heels, those are expired.
I still don't know what those are. Like with the goldfish in them?
Oh gosh.
Are you talking
That's
about
really
like those
sad.
old disco heels?
No, I'm just talking about square. They're like square chunky heels.
Oh, like a Puritan heel?
Is that what they're called? I don't know.
You know, like on pilgrim shoe?
Yes.
You know, like with the buckle on it?
Yes.
And then that square.
Yeah, the big chunky square heel.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think it expires.
I can't picture it, so I can't tell.
Those people. Do people expire?
Wait, we're done with fashion already?
Yeah, I think so. Do you have any other fashion ones?
Well, apparently, I learned this today.
Uh-oh.
Everything I wear on a daily basis is considered so American that they recommend you don't wear them whilst traveling in Europe
What?
unless you want to be robbed.
Like what?
Backwards baseball caps.
Oh no, I love backward baseball caps.
Athleisure wear.
Oh no.
Logos of any kind.
Logos of any kind.
Sneakers. Apparently, everybody in Europe just walks around normal life dressed to the nines.
Well,
I ain't got time for that shit. I don't want to think about what I'm putting on in the morning. I got a lot of other shit going on. Shorts in, a t-shirt with a backwards hat. That's my jam.
because you're jam. Get
Yeah,
it?
James Allen, Dale Mathias. I just got really
think-
bummed out. I'm like, oh, I can't go to Europe because what am I going to wear?
Okay, all right, but hang on.
They're going to be like, oh, that guy's an American for sure. Look
Get
at his
him.
athleisure wear and his backwards baseball cap.
Well,
I bet it has a Yankees logo. San Francisco, worse.
worse. Well, I mean, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Not go to Europe, apparently.
No, come on, guys, help me out.
Athleisure
You
wear.
got to go to Europe sometime.
I don't feel like athleisure wear is a bad thing to wear, but now I'm starting to question it. Like if nobody in Europe ever wears that stuff to just go out like to the grocery store, are we the baddies?
Yes, we are.
Oh,
We are. America, yes.
But it's so comfortable.
Well, yes, but it's also schlumpy.
It's schlumpy.
Yeah.
It's bad enough you call me silly and stupid earlier and said you didn't love me anymore.
I did not say that I didn't love you anymore. I said the bandana looked a little silly. That's all I
Same
said.
thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
Yes,
I
it
did
is.
not call you stupid either. Stop saying I did. I think people have expiration dates.
Human beings?
Yeah.
Everybody dies at some point.
No, or some people just don't have one.
Oh, do you mean like they just
like
aged gracefully?
Yeah, like
or?
Kurt Russell. That guy doesn't have an expiration date, like at all. Why is he still
I don't know.
good looking and nice and what's that about? And Jeffrey Dean Morgan, same thing.
Yeah.
He's an older dude.
Yeah, you like these older, grizzled dudes.
Yeah,
like,
look in the mirror. You look.
I look like Santa Claus.
You do not.
I look so much like Santa Claus. I wrote a song about it tonight while we were brushing our teeth.
Oh no.
I think that you're right on Kurt Russell and probably Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I don't like Jeffrey Dean Morgan as much as you do.
Why?
I don't know. I don't dislike him. I just don't like, I don't think he's like, one of the McStreamies or whatever.
How about Sam Elliott or Keanu Reeves?
Sam Elliott has an expiration date.
They're all olders.
Sam Elliott has an expiration date.
No, he doesn't. Nuh-uh.
Have you seen him recently?
Yes.
Keanu Reeves, maybe.
I mean,
he
not
might
in
be
person,
immortal.
but I've seen
Keanu Reeves might be immortal.
He's like he must be immortal.
I keep waiting for the news to come out that he's a bad person.
It will never happen. Keanu Reeves is a unicorn.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna. Just more and more stories keep coming out about how nice he is and how down to earth and friendly he is.
Yeah.
And I've watched interviews with him where he'll say stuff that's like either super deep or super childlike. And I'm like, okay, this fucking dude's figured something out.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's had a ton of tragedy in his life.
Yes.
Yet he keeps a good head on his shoulders and he treats people with kindness and respect.
It's like Jennifer Gardner too. She's just a sweet lady, seems like.
Yeah. Yes. She's also adorable. Like she has this whole cooking shtick that she does on YouTube where she tries out new recipes on camera and just messes up. But it's adorable, right?
Yeah, because it's like all of us.
It's genuine.
Yes.
Yeah, it's genuine human,
I like her a
human
lot.
behavior. Yeah, she's
I'm
cool.
watching Alias right now. She's
I know
sweet.
you are. Yeah. She gets in her underwear a lot on that show, a lot more than I remember.
Yeah, but I mean, she's got the body to do so why not?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't look. Never.
Yeah. How do you know she gets in her underwear?
Because you said, oh, underwear.
No, I
Like a whole bunch of times.
don't lie.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves, I think, might be immortal. I don't agree on Sam Elliott. I do agree
Come on.
I do agree. I guess kind of agree on Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He does seem to get better looking with age. And Kurt Russell, yeah. I know you don't like this person, but you have to admit that Marissa Tomei
Yeah.
is aging very well as well.
And so what is that? So exactly what is that? Is that just like just letting yourself get older however your body wants to get older? Or is that like,
I don't know
what is
it
that?
is.
You just luck out or
I don't know what it is with Marissa Tomei. She might be like a
your
vegetarian.
first crush ever?
She might be a vegetarian or something like that. I've never looked it up. But, she's 52
Gosh.
or something, 56.
That's crazy.
She's older than me, but she doesn't look older than me. Like when I found out that she was older than me, I was like, what? God damn it.
You're like, no.
I look older than me.
No, you don't.
She, yeah, I think she doesn't have Winona Ryder.
Oh, yeah. Her too.
Yeah, she's
Lovely.
aging really gracefully as well. Actually, I would almost say that she's better than she was when she was
younger.
Younger in Hollywood.
Yeah. What is that? Like that's
I don't know, like some sort of
I guess they're
reverse
celebrities.
aging.
They're celebrities.
Well, yeah, I guess the more money you have, the easier it is to stay young looking and be youthful or whatever. But there's got to be more to it because there are a lot of rich people in the world that aren't
Yeah.
aging
That's true.
gracefully and don't look great. you know, I mean, part of it is their job to be beautiful, right? Like, that's part of the job.
And like just their energy overall, right? If you're a terrible person,
yeah,
then
maybe
you're gonna
like,
look like an old
maybe some of
crazy
it
person.
is how positive you are.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I went gray so young. Because I'm like, eh.
No, it's all that milk you drank as a kid.
Oh, geez. I did drink a lot
That
of
was
milk.
terrible for you.
My mom would be like, did you finish the whole gallon of milk that I just bought 2 hours ago? Huh?
Ew.
What? Did you have any more cornbread, Mom? Yeah, I drink a lot of milk. I don't even really know why, because like I don't miss it at all. But when I was younger, I drank milk like it was like the only drink possible. Like, but
so gross to me.
Maybe that's good because I didn't drink a lot of soda, right? I didn't drink a lot of soda growing up, or sugary drinks. I mean, milk has some sugar in it, but not like soda or juice, right? But I drink a lot of milk.
Ugh. Milk gives me the worst stomach aches when I was a kid. I just could not drink it.
It didn't give me
Couldn't
stomach
use it on
aches.
cereal, nothing.
Like I can't even consider. I wouldn't even consider drinking it anymore. And it wasn't chocolate milk, just regular 2%. Just regular 2% milk, and drink it right out of the gallon.
Well, your hell's a handsome, so
Drink it right out of the gallon.
Thankfully, you don't do that anymore. I've detoxed you from all that gross stuff.
Yeah.
And you look great.
You're just saying that because nobody can see me.
That's not true.
Oh, nobody can see me now.
Do it.
And my body's getting smaller. But I drink so much milk that my body just has a calcium overload.
Ew.
Calcium overload.
Calcium. What is happening?
I feel like I don't ever have to drink milk ever again. My bones is strong.
Ugh, gross.
I fell when I was, let's see, we were in Portland.
I don't think that has anything to do with the milk that you drink.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, then what was it? We were in Portland, and that was before I started my weight loss journey, because we didn't start that till when we moved to Idaho. So I was probably peak weight, like 452.
I have no idea.
That was the highest weight that we've ever measured me at. So I can't imagine I was heavier than that at any point before we started weighing me. And I've never gotten back up to that, even with the backwards movement on the weight loss journey. I've never ballooned back up to 452, but 452 was the number. And we got stuck behind the Big and Tall in Portland in an ice storm, and the truck wouldn't go. And so I got out to go push the truck, and instead I fell like cartoon legs up in the air, all of my weight onto my arm.
Your forearm.
On my forearm. And my forearm only stopped because there was a nice, cement curb.
Oh.
And so hit it. Didn't break the bone, didn't fracture. All that happened is I got a yellow bruise.
Yeah. Amazing.
I didn't even get like a purple bruise. It just went straight to yellow. And, it doesn't bother me when it rains. I don't know how 400 pounds, 100 miles an hour, straight at a
100
cement.
miles an hour.
Right? And I didn't break my arm.
Yeah.
But that should have broke my arm.
Possibly.
I should have stood up and been like, this is bad. That should have broke my arm, but it didn't. And I feel like I have very strong bones. What I don't have is strong hair follicles.
Shut up.
Hair's thin.
We'll just give you bangs and then you'll be fine.
The Bangs trilogy on TikTok is my best work.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, what else doesn't expire? Who else doesn't expire?
You don't.
Oh, stop. You don't expire. I noticed this, like a year and a half ago? You are 42.
Yeah. Yep, I am.
And you are soft. What? Like all of your skin is like baby soft all of the time. And I think whatever Marissa Tomei and Winona Ryder have going, you know about and you're doing, but you're pretending like, I don't know anything about it. And I'm like, help me
I am.
get some of these dry patches off my back.
Why do you say that?
Because you are stunning. You are absolutely stunning.
Stop it.
No, I'm not kidding. I look up at you sometimes and I go, wait a minute. No. How is this possible? There's no way that this person is 42 years old. She's lied to me about her age for 25 years.
Nope.
Well, you've done well for yourself.
Thank you.
Somebody's rich.
No. Actually, it's a $5 bottle of coconut oil, my friend.
Yeah, I heard that about coconut oil, that it's a really good moisturizer and it's inexpensive.
Yeah.
But doesn't it make you feel super greasy?
Like immediately after I put it on after a shower, yeah, but then you towel off a little bit or you let it soak in. And then I've always had really crazy skin as a kid.
Yeah.
And, no way of fixing it, I guess. And so I was like, when I get older, I'm going to be able to handle my own business.
You're like, I'm adulting now.
Yeah.
I'd like some coconut oil, please.
Yeah. As soon as I was able to be an adult, I was like, all right, if I'm stranded on a desert island, the thing I'm bringing is fucking moisturizer, okay? And it's really fixed a lot of my issues that I've had. I don't have nearly as sensitive skin anymore. I'm not itchy. I'm not, I don't have dry skin at all. So
you're like this. You're
coconut oil.
This is a one-man play. And here it is. Hey, welcome to CVS. How can I help you? Yes, hi. I'm adulting now. And since I have my own money, I'd like to spend it on moisturizers. Because I want my skin to be nice.
Yep.
Oh, somebody's rich. And scene.
I call them lotions and potions, and I have all the kids on it. It's great.
Kids on it.
If they go, it's really itchy right here. Is this normal? I go, okay, let me get my lotions and potions, and I put some coconut oil on it, and it's fine.
I just took a drink of water, and it just fell out of the corners of my mouth. Like, it's like, hey, we don't want to be in your belly. We would prefer to be on your face.
It's not unlike that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where the dad of the lady puts Windex on everything. But instead, I use coconut oil.
She puts Windex on people?
No, he does. Yes. He goes, he's got a bug bite and he sprays Windex on it.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
That's a good movie. I like that movie.
That's a pretty good movie. I like the movie.
It's very funny.
All right. Anybody else or anything else?
That's it.
Expiration related? You don't have anybody else that you think doesn't expire?
You're adorable.
No. Actors or something.
No.
I thought you had somebody else.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Here's my extended list.
Oh, you have an
Number 10.
list. Oh my goodness.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
I love you too.
The Lou and Me podcast is a Matthias production. The song is No Carpets by the New Forevers. Produced and edited by Moose. Hosted by Lou and me.
Thanks for listening.